quite often, the most frequently asked question I get is, what is channeling? And the answer is simple. Channeling is what we all do every day to some degree or another. There is what I call a continuum of consciousness. And we've all had the experience of thinking about somebody pretty intensely during the day. And then when we get home from work, or even if we stop by the mall to buy a new dress or a new tie, on the way, we're still thinking of them, thinking of them, thinking of them. And then when we get home, the phone rings and it's them. Well, just like one of those old-timey television antennas or cell phone tower antenna now, we pick up signals from the universe all the time. Well, depending on where we are in our consciousness, we do it when we are awake, we do it when we are asleep, we do it with some of our consciousness, and some people with training and a natural acuity do it with all of their consciousness. Channeling is simply picking up information, guidance from specific energies in the universe and letting that energy literally take over. They take over my motor skills, they take over my vocabulary, they kind of use my mind, my visual images, and my experiential base as a database. And then they send energy through, and that forms words. And through that, there also comes healing energy and guidance and support. So that's what channeling is. I got into it accidentally. I've been on a path for many years of study with meditation as an integral part of that daily spiritual practice. And in my church, we had a meditation group. Well, at the time, I was a vice president of marketing, and we had these big government contracts to do RFPs for. So I would do all-nighters for them. And then on our Wednesday night meditation, because they were always due on Wednesdays, on our Wednesday night meditation, I had done an all-nighter for the past 2 nights, and I'd come into meditation and I'd fall asleep. Well, the Spirit used that as the opportunity to do what they had been telling me they were going to do for quite a while, because I had been doing readings and counseling for years anyway. They said, we want you to channel. I said, oh no, I'm not going to do that. So I did all-nighter, fell asleep, and Spirit came through in the meditation group. It happened again and again and again. And it's like, okay, I'll channel. And that's how it started for me. Then I started doing groups, and so that's how it evolved. I do a group every Monday night, and I've been doing it for 20 years now. Every Monday night, you'll find more information on that on my website, which is www.revjameswebb.com. And that's how it works for me. I like to demystify it that way because there's not any great mystery to it. And it is an example of jumping between the two worlds. And so first off, I'd like to see if there's any questions on that before we go into a demonstration of channeling.
Okay, there was just one question, but you answered it. The question was, what is channeling? But I think, okay, I have a question because I have a podcast and I interview a lot of channelers, and there's different ways. Like many of the channels that I had on my show, they are scribes, so it comes through writing for them. So how does it come through for you? Is it just full trance, or how does that work?
It's moderate trance. I wouldn't say light trance, because it feels sometimes like having a dream and not being able to wake up. So I would say moderate trance. And, you know, there is a part of me that still kind of guards my body. So if something happens in my world, like hopefully not the Amazon person knocking on my door at the same time, I will stay out. And that's how it works for me. And the other question that people ask a lot is, who do you channel? And I channel a group of entities. They call themselves the Masters of Planetary Healing and Transformation. And the reason they call themselves that is that their task apparently is to help us all to heal and transform so that we can then help others to heal and transform.
Mhm.
And quite often they say we are not one entity. We are a series of rays of light that move through the channel and work with the channel's human facility to bring the information, the healing, and the guidance necessary for any prescribed group. So what they're probably doing right now, and I can kind of feel them,
Okay.
is that they are assessing the energy of the group, and they are just seeing what the needs are, the informational needs, and already likely ascending healing energy through.
Mhm.
I can often tell when the energy starts coming through because just like electromagnetic energy moves through copper wire and it raises its vibration, causing it to heat up, I get warm.
Mhm.
Also, that warmth is caused by resistance. And quite often when they're pumping energy into my third eye, I start to feel that as well.
Mhm.
And I feel a sense of well-being. And then I know it's time to go.